Happy Friday, guys. Hello, boot camp ladies and gentlemen. We have one gentleman. Hi, guys. It's been a week, hasn't it? It's Friday. It's St. Patty's Day, and I just wanted to say hello. So one thing that I'm doing in this boot camp is I want to focus on a different muscle group each week, and today is legs. But I wanted to explain a little bit about the importance of each muscle group, how they work our body, how our body works with them, and how we benefit from working each muscle group. So a lot of the workouts that we do, before I dive in, I just wanted to officially welcome you guys to our boot camp, our 6-week boot camp. Squirrel moment there. But you know, it's 6 weeks. It's going to be workouts. We're going to get in prep for summer. We're going to push ourselves. And I am here to support you guys in every way, shape, and form. So please don't hesitate to ask if there's anything that you need, if there's anything you're struggling with, if there's anything that you'd like more of, you know, if you want some more recipes or clean eating tips or whatever it is. I've kind of just left this week for us to get pretty familiar, to get checked in, to kind of get familiar with doing check-ins and introduction and everything like that. So we do have these 6 weeks, and I intend to go full force for the remainder of the 6 weeks. As you guys know, I am going to Punta Cana, so my goals are pretty big for the next 6 weeks. But yeah, welcome so much. I'm so happy to have you guys here. My brain is going a million miles a minute, so I'm trying to make this quick. And so anyway, every Friday, I'm going to do a little tip, Fitness Friday, and kind of just fill you guys in a little bit on muscle groups and the importance of working them. So, like I said, this week I want to focus on legs. And so leg day is very important for various reasons. I mean, we all like a nice booty, right? Like, not going to lie. A nice booty is great. Toned, firm legs, more muscle helps get rid of the appearance of cellulite. So something really cool is we have the same amount of fat cells our whole life, but it's the amount of fat that we intake that causes those cells to swell or to shrink. So the more out of shape we are, the greater the appearance of cellulite, because those fat cells just kind of hang around and we don't have any muscle pushing up against those cells to squeeze them down and make them smaller. So that's why we tend to see a lot of cellulite on our legs. Believe me, I have a bunch. I was just checking it out in the mirror earlier. I don't want to talk about it though. But the importance of leg day is, one good thing about it is the stronger your leg muscles are, the more you work your leg muscles, the more that muscle is going to grow, and the smaller those fat cells, that cellulite, is going to appear. So I know that's something that, you know, as those of us women, we tend to stress a little bit about when it comes time for swimsuit season. We look for something a little longer to cover up that little cellulite on our booty. But working that booty, working those leg muscles will really help reduce your appearance of cellulite. We can never decrease those fat cells unless, like, liposuction, lipid is fat, then we can take them out. But, you know, just you and I sitting right here, there's nothing we can do, unfortunately, to get rid of those fat cells. We can just shrink them down till they're teeny tiny. So working your legs on leg day, how very important is that? Well, so your legs are your biggest muscle group in your body. What is really great about that, I love leg day, and I didn't always, but the science behind it now, it makes me appreciate it that much more. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism is. So that's why you tend to see bodybuilders, and you look at them and you're like, holy cow. Like, I mean, you're all familiar with Siggy, the Body Beast guy. Like, look at this guy is ripped. Like, how does he, and he's eating a cheeseburger? Like, how does that not affect him? Well, it's because he has a lot more muscle mass, therefore his metabolism is higher. So it's, I don't want to say it's easier, but when your metabolism is higher as a bodybuilder, then you can allow yourself to have a little bit more leniency with your, like, cheat and treat meals, because your body will burn them up that much faster. If you guys follow The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, on Instagram, he posts his treat meals every Sunday. And he posted one the other day where he ate like 18 pancakes and like half a bottle of syrup and like some cinnamon rolls or something ridiculous like that. But you look at the guy and you're like, he's ripped. How can he eat a tray of cinnamon rolls? Well, because his metabolism is so high that it just burns all that off. So one thing about your leg muscles, your biggest muscle group in the body, in your body, whenever you work them, they kick up your metabolism. So if you do a pretty strong leg day, you might notice that you're a little bit hungrier, or you might notice like, I just ate, why am I still so hungry? Well, it's because those muscles are burning, they're working, and it's boosting your metabolism, so you're burning things off a little bit faster. My favorite day is leg day because I feel like I need to eat a little bit more, so it's always fun to throw in like some extra whatever. Pizza, like if I know we're gonna have pizza, I try to do a leg day that day, because then I'm like, at least I worked it off. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? So one thing about your legs, your metabolism, like I said, the more you work your legs, the higher your metabolism is going to be. The more leg muscle you have, the more stability you're going to have also. So think about, you know, when you're walking like out on the ice and your legs are kind of weak. You don't have a lot of muscle. You're not on your, you know, you're not on your feet, but you're not used to building that stability in your legs. So you tend to slip and you fall. The more stability you have in your legs, think squats, lunges, and then just working those muscles, you're going to notice that you're going to have a lot more stability. I have a couple little tips here. Same thing with those muscles. You know, if you notice that you sit at a desk a lot, or if your job requires you to sit down, you stand up and, oh my gosh, my legs are killing me. Like hamstrings are tight, calves are tight, especially if you've been sitting for more than an hour or so. Which, sidebar, if you do work at a desk, get up within an hour, every hour, just to walk around and continue moving that circulation. But you're sitting at a desk. The more you work your legs, the more you're going to increase your flexibility. So when you get up from that seated position for a long period of time, you won't notice as much pain and like resistance to your body, to, you know, your stiffness. Like that'll ease a little bit as you continue to work your legs. Another benefit from that is when you have stronger legs, you have less back pain. So if back pain is something that kills you, if you struggle from back pain and you notice that like your hamstrings get real tight, when you bend over to pick something up, you might pull something. Well, the more you work your legs, the less likely that's going to happen. And when you have that stable base of support in your legs, that's when your whole upper body will engage a little bit more. Your posture will improve. You won't feel as like unstable, and you'll feel a kind of a unity between your lower body, your midsection, your lower back, and then your upper body as well. So neck pain, back pain, and as I'm saying this right now, I'm going to say posture again, and I expect all of you to like suck it in a little bit and sit up a little bit straighter, because you know, whenever you hear the word posture and you're sitting there like this, you're like, oh, yep, better straighten it up a little bit. But that will help improve your overall posture too. And keeping those muscles engaged in your core will also. That's for another day. Working those legs, like I said, it increases your metabolism. Your balance will help. That kind of helps. It's kind of what I talked about with slipping on ice. It'll help give you a good stable base. Think about this. Your leg muscles are bigger. They're stronger. So if you're a runner, or if you speed walk or anything like that, it's going to increase your endurance. That is nice. Another huge, huge benefit of having a good base of support with your legs, to working your legs regularly, is that you reduce your risk for injury. So I know that there are several of us. I've struggled with knee pain in the past. My husband does. I know my mama does. And there's a couple of you in here too that have some leg pain, knee issues, stuff like that. Continuing to throw in that leg workout at least once a week. Make sure you're working your legs. That will help overall with your injury, with your risk for injury. It will help decrease your risk for injury. and it will give you more strength in your legs. It will build those muscles and tendons. It will work them regularly. So something that may have been susceptible to like a sprain or a tear in the past will continue to get stronger. That's not to say that if you have knee pain or any issues like that, you shouldn't be wearing a brace, because you absolutely should, because you do still need that stability and support until you can strengthen that muscle, that tendon. You lose the weight that you're trying to lose to help increase your endurance and stability and stuff like that. So, and I think that's all I have for you guys. Does that make sense? Anybody have any questions about leg day? I typically like to do legs at least once a week, and then sometimes I'll throw in an extra like squat, lunge, glute type day. So I tend to, initially I started at a pretty low weight, and I don't do a heavy weight on the squat rack, or I don't use a ton of heavy weights for squats. So start with a weight that you're comfortable with, and then continually, gradually work up to a weight that, that you, again, feel comfortable with. But don't feel like you have to go like super heavy when you start out, or don't feel like you have to go super heavy in order to build leg muscle. You can absolutely do legs at home just by doing squats, lunges. You don't even have to use weights for some of those. If you're struggling with pain, I suggest putting the weights down and then just kind of working through that and working, individual legs and together, and you'll continue to build that strength there. So happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful St. Patty's Day. So if you got your leg day in today, have an extra beer for me, and have a wonderful night, guys. And again, any questions, post them in the comments below. Bye.